everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. Well, I got another good deal on mushrooms. Aldi's this week had packs of mushrooms for 89 cents a box. I couldn't pass that up. I had just purchased a whole case of them last week to do the mushrooms, which I shared that video with you on how to can mushrooms. And if I could get it without the glare, these again are the Giorgio mushrooms. They're grown in the mushroom state of Pennsylvania. Be sure to look for them. I don't know if all Aldis will carry these or if they carry different brands in different states, but I am just so pleased to be supporting the mushroom growers here in the state of Pennsylvania. We're not going to can these, we're going to dehydrate them. So let's get to cleaning these mushrooms. Now, a number of these mushrooms that were in the 6 boxes, because that's what I'm using, the 6 boxes, they are just huge. Look at the size of those. And they just look beautiful. So even though the Nesco book does not mention washing, I'm going to be washing these off because, as you can see, just putting them here, there's quite a bit of dirt on them. So once I have those done, I'll be sure to bring you back. Just to give you an idea how dirty the water was, there was only 1 or 2 stems that I had to actually cut the bottoms off of because I didn't like the way they looked. Now what I did was I went through the book that came, that came with my Nesco American Harvest Dehydrator, and I refreshed my memory. I generally have only used this for bananas and for tomatoes. So I wanted to be sure that I did right by the mushrooms because I had never done them before. So what it says, there's a special note in the book that says, because I didn't know whether I should blanch them or not, it says blanching softens the cell structure, allowing the moisture to escape more easily and allows vegetables to rehydrate faster. There is no need to blanch onions, garlic, peppers, and mushrooms. Herbs are also not blanched. Water blanching is not recommended because of the loss of water-soluble vitamins and minerals. So I'm going to cut some of these, and I'm going to try some of these in the egg slicer just to see how well this works. I don't know if this one, oh, I guess it is strong enough to do it. Let's see. And those are pretty uniform. So those will be nice for putting on the dehydrating trays. So that's good. Hopefully this will make this work a little bit quicker for me. And more uniform slices means that they will dry more quickly and more evenly. The other thing that I noticed in here that I hadn't heard anyone else mention as I've been watching different videos about dehydrating foods, they said in here that for mushrooms, clean them with a soft brush, which I think over the years I probably have seen some kind of brush for cleaning mushrooms off, and I thought to myself, why would anyone need that? That just seems like an extra thing to have in your cabinet. So all I did was ran them under running water, and with my hands I brushed off the majority of the dirt that did not come off in the water. And the other thing that it says is that you start the drying at 90 degrees for 2 to 3 hours, then increase the temperature to 125 and dry for the remaining time. Now the book notes that it could take 4 to 10 hours for mushrooms to dry. So I thought that was very interesting that they want you to start out with a lower temperature versus just going right into it. Since I've never done them before, I'm going to do what the book said. And, get that off the floor. And we're going to go from there. That way I'll be able to judge, I think, better if that's the best way to do it or not. And I'll get back I'll keep doing these mushrooms because there's a whole colander full here, and I don't think you need to watch me do the whole thing. And I'll bring you back once I have those done and start to load the trays. Okay. I thought to myself as I was cutting all these mushrooms, I better start putting them on trays because I don't want them to oxidize too much. There are tons already. So I'm hoping that I'm able to get these all. I only have 4 trays and 1 dehydrator. So I'm going to lay these out close together, but not overlapping because I want them to dry as individual pieces so that they can be put in jars and on the shelf. One of the things my family and we do enjoy mushrooms very much, and so having these in the pantry will be a great addition to making quicker dinners for as the weather gets nicer and we're outside more and being more active. So that's one reason why I wanted to do these. Plus the price being so good. I couldn't believe last week when I bought them, when I did the when I canned them, they were $1, I believe it was $1.17 a, boy oh boy, this doesn't fit many on here, $1.17 a package. So 89 cents I thought was really a good deal, and they look so lovely that I know we'll really enjoy these in different soups and gravies and on burgers and on steaks. So this is just how I'm putting them on the trays. I'll bring you back when I have them done and I get ready to start the dehydrator. Okay, now I'm in kind of a bind. So note to self, cut them and put them directly onto the trays, because this is how much I have left that I've already cut. I've filled 4 trays because that's all I have, and I've washed this many. For the dehydrator, I'm thinking I got 4 trays filled. So I'm going to have to wrap these up and hope they don't get too oxidized. I can see some of them are already starting to a little bit. So I'll put some wrap on those. I'll put these back into the fridge and we're going to get those started. This is the lid to my Nesco. And as you can see, there's a thermostat over here on the side. It only goes to 95. So that's where I'm going to set it to start with. And there's a fan. I don't know, let's see. There's a fan in here. And that's why you have these little uprisers. And that's where the air will flow through and how it goes around everything. It's rather quiet. It doesn't make very much noise, and it'll sit here on the kitchen counter. So I'll be sure to bring it back when we're done, so that way you can see how these look. And I also want to show you how much they actually go into a mason jar, so that way you'll have an idea. That was one of the reasons why I want to do some dehydrating. I want to have better storage for the food that I grow, or when I can find a really good deal at the market or at the farmer's market. So let me bring you back when these are done. Just wanted to bring you in to show you this. I hope it shows up. These have been in the dehydrator for an hour and a half, and they're no longer moist. They're very soft on the outside right now, but they do have a long way to go yet. But you could tell they're starting to dehydrate. So I'm going to leave them at the 95 degrees for another hour and a half before I turn it up. I just wanted you to see what they look like. Here are how they looked when they were done. Nice and dry. I estimated I got 3 of the packages into each load, and I did 4 loads. So I got 4 quart jars on my shelf. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll give dehydrating a try.